Hello student, this is Bikash Burman as an assistant professor of Siliguri Torai B.Ed College. Student, today we'll be talking about very important topic in B.Ed sections, second semester course 9, that is remedial teachings. As we know that teaching is a very important part of life, it plays a very crucial roles in our life. It has purposeful directions and management of learning process. The present system of educations had described classroom teachings which provides better educations for development of the children. This form of classroom teaching later comes to known as remedial teachings. So remedial teachings is sometimes called curative teachings, or it is reteaching. This form of model brings some new innovative idea and bring some good developments in educational sectors. The effective teachings are being modifying to utilize this process. So remedial teaching is measures of teaching learning process which is adapted to remove disabilities of the children. Okay, and the disabilities arise among the children due to definite reasons. Okay, then so the definite reasons will have to be find out, and we will provide them a good and effective learning process. So remedial teachings play a good and important roles to developments of the educations. Okay, it is sometimes found that some students are lag behind in their studies compared to the other students in the same class. Okay, because they have some problems, they have some reasons, therefore they could not attentive their studies. They have some emotional problem, mental problems, physical problems. Okay, so some causes are being main factors for their disabilities. Investigating has revealed that the intelligence factor or intelligence cause is not only the sole reasons for their disabilities or slow down of their academics. There are some other factors which are being very important to know. These are mental retardations, physical handicapped, okay, then lack of interest and desire, and definitely defective teaching of methods. So these are all factors which creates failure of the students. This is why remedial teaching is taking a new form and modifying and playing a good role for the developing of the students. Okay, it has immense roles for making educations in the new forms. Okay, so what are the procedures to develop these remedial teachings? There are some procedure that we have to be very conscious and will follow. These are the learning disabilities or teaching disabilities are found in both gifted and normal children. At, at that point of time, teacher must have to find out the real cause, okay, and then should have taken and a good the necessary step. Number 2, diagnostic tests are used to find out the weakness of the students. Through this test, we will find the strong and weakness area of the students, and then we will provide them necessary and supporting help. Okay, and next is as far we know, the gifted children are very much concerned about their disabilities, so there are sometimes regrets for the teaching methods which are being taught, which are being so obsolete, which are being updated, okay, which are being outdated, and that they are sometimes do not feel their necessary needs. And this is why the students of gifted they need some advanced kind of materials, okay, compared to the normal child. So we will have to follow, and we will have to keep in mind that the students, those who are in gifted, they must have to be taken special care. Next is, it is found that the conventional or traditional method are being used in the or among the normal childrens. Okay, we must have to understood that this bookish curriculum or knowledge are very outdated, so we have to replace the process or the methods by the using of semesters evaluations. Okay, next is if some child found retardedness or mental retardedness, okay, the degree of mental retardedness should be measured first, and then necessary steps should be given and should be taken away. Okay, and then is for the slow learner, there are very important things, there are some important things which need to be used. that beside their curriculums, beside their subjective curriculum, there are co-curricular activities. These co-curricular activities like game, sports, quiz, singing, drawing, drama competitions, okay, they have to involve in this kind of activity. Through this kind of activity, they will gain, they will interest, they will make themselves interesting. Okay, so beside all these causes, some of the other things teacher have to be kept in mind, that are, teacher must have to know the knowledge of students' interest, their patience, their competency, their state of minds. Okay, so all these things. And lastly, we must have to tell that if children feel mental disturbance, okay, what are the mental disturbance? If some children feel mental disturbance, so what are the causes? The teacher has to be responsible to find out the main causes. Okay, and then the teachers will apply the necessary step for removal, for the eradications of the difficulties which are being followed, which are being facing of the students. Okay, so these are all the procedure we should follow to develop the children's, or in which are followed in remedial teachings, because remedial teaching is a new form of educations, and which brings some new and developments, and which bring a rigorous form of educations.